Hey y'all, it's TxStampin Sharon. Welcome to my Thursday night class. We're going to be playing with stencils or masks is what Stampin' Up calls them. We have a new one that is called Linked Together, and I can't wait to play with it and give you guys some tips and tricks. I am live at 7 o'clock p.m. on January the 16th. Today is my granddaughter Presley's birthday. So happy birthday, Presley. She's not watching me. I'm sure she's opening up presents. Anyway, I am thrilled to be here and I am waiting for everybody to hop on. I see the numbers changing. People are finding me since I am live. You know, when I go live, it is a chance for you to hop on the chat, log in with your YouTube or your Gmail account, ask your questions, see how I can help you with your card making. You know, if you have challenges with product or something like that, as long as I know the answer, I can tell you. All right, everybody is saying that they can hear me and they can see me. I do want to give a couple of shouts out. Number one, hello to my friend Michelle Batson. I did not get a chance to chat with her before we went live. I want to say hello to her. I hope she's doing well. She has a little blue wrench by her name if you're joining us in the live chat. She's fabulous. She is fabulous. I say something and she runs off and grabs the link and posts it there in the live chat. So if you have any questions, you can do the @ and type her name, Michelle Batson, and ask her your question, or she can help at the end if I need to answer the question, because once I get my head down on this project or these, I don't know, product, all this stuff that's in front of me, I might not see your question. I also want to say hello to those who have a Texas logo by their name. I see a lot of you joining me tonight. Welcome. We had a very fabulous class last week, and I did announce the winner. If you guys didn't know, but Sandy Notes, I think or Coates, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. She was the winner. She posted her version of our class card over on my Facebook page. So she has already reached, I reached out, she reached out. We're going to get her prize in the mail to her. So, hello, Michelle. There's Virginia. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Brenda Bennett. Hello, Rochelle. And then there's Mary Yates. We were chatting in the live chat. Hello, Sarah Kendall. Girl, I got my hair done. I got it cut. Hello, Kathy Dimmel. Hi, Teresa Green. Hello, Carmen. Carmen, I will try to hurry up and get to the good stuff in case you have to go to bed. I know that I keep you up late sometimes. I'm so sorry. Hello, Linda Goebel. All right. First of all, I am going to switch the camera around. Oh yeah, I was going to look up something. Hold on. Let me grab the book. I want to show you. So let me just stop talking. You guys aren't here to listen to me talk. You're here to see how I made this card, which I think is stinking cute. It's just adorable. Okay. I am going to, thank you, Joanne. She says she loves my shirt. I love Western clothes. I don't know, TxStampin. You know, why would I love something Western? Let me pull this off. I meant to flag the page. So good, I was right there. So what I think is so funny, here is the Linked Together bundle. This is in the mini catalog on page 48 and 49. It shows you everything that comes in the bundle. So you get dies that really are kind of confusing. So I'm going to let you know what not to do because I did it. It has a stamp set, and you can tell what words fit, okay, with these two dies. It's this one that I had trouble with, so I will share that with you. Yay, y'all love my card. Thank you. I think it's stinking cute. But here's the funny thing. Let me get the card back. Now, while I changed the colors, this was my inspiration card. And I think it's hysterical. I saw that card. I'd already done my stencils. So I took the layer to the die cutting machine, to the Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and started cutting. And when I came back, I was like, oh, I didn't do that right. But you know what? That was my inspiration. This is my card. I can't wait to see what you do with it. Okay? Hello, Jeannie Brown. Thank you so much. Y'all are so sweet. All right, so we're going to get started. But I already saw that Michelle posted it. You can still register for the online retreat that starts tomorrow night. It is all held on YouTube. If you want to join us, you can still do that. Look below the video. I did put that link in there for y'all too. Okay, so this is our card. I am using the stamp set Linked Together. Here, let me move this. I feel like my camera and my face. Hello. Let's move my head over there. Linked Together. The dies. And Michelle says, Renee has asked me to tell everybody hello from the beach. Yeah, Renee has been at the beach sending me videos of the ocean waves. Rude. It's the best sound in the world. So I hope she's enjoying herself. Here are those dies, and this is the one we're going to come back to. We're going to circle around to this one in a bit. Okay. Here are the masks, is what Stampin' Up calls them, or stencils, what you may call them. Okay, whoops. And they are numbered. How did mine get out of number? Let me get those fixed before I mess it up. That's 4, that's 2, that's 5. Goodness gracious. There's 1, and then this has to be 3. 3. Okay, sorry. They are numbered. Right here, tiny little number, and that notch is very important. Okay, so we have a number on all of them, and that is how you will know which ones like to go, like coordinate and everything. In my case, I kept my colors to certain numbers, so that's also another tip for you. Michelle, you do the same thing. You sent her the beach. It was just the video of the water, just the sound of the waves. And Renee's like, I could just sit here all day. I'm like, yeah, you think? All right. So the other thing I'm using, we now sell this. I did not put this with my list of supplies, but this is the color chart. Michelle, do you mind grabbing that number in case anybody needs that? I wanted a monochromatic card, okay? Now, here's what I thought was really funny. I wanted to go with greens. I don't know. I just felt like this looked like lattice work, green plants. I don't know. That was just the inspiration. So I started here with the yellow greens, okay? But then I really, really wanted soft sea foam. So I kind of did this. Y'all watching? I split it. I got soft sea foam and lemon lime twist. I cheated, but it works. Oh yeah, I got pictures too, Michelle. Yeah, you and Renee. Y'all are just alike, just alike. All right, I am going to be using. I have learned that I do not like washi tape anymore. So I'm going to be using just some Post-it note tape, labeling tape, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to get a couple of pieces of that ready. Just kind of sticking them on my glass mat down here off camera. Sorry about that. The color wheel was out of stock last night, Jeannie. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. Well, it's a very popular thing. Everyone is really liking it. Okay, so when we talk about masks, when we talk about stencils, I'm going to move this. Where can I put my white paper so I don't lose it? There we go. The first couple of things you need to know is that we need to keep our paper secure. I even want to keep my chipboard secure, okay? Enika says that's not cheating. It's using the chart as one's supposed to. I guess I just felt like it was cheating, Enika, because I split the colors. That's why I say I was cheating. So Michelle, Renee's thinking about us. Michelle has put the Color Coach item number in the live chat, even though it is unavailable. But if you want to jot that down, you'll have it. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use, you could use some glue dots. I don't want to put another piece of tape over here on my paper because I need my stencil to cover the whole thing. All right. Roxanne says, I just started using masking tape just because, oh, just be careful when removing it from your cardstock. You know what I heard today, Roxanne? That when you're removing the washi tape or any of the tapes let's see if I can do it, to make sure that you keep it level or flat, like, how did she say it? Or how did they say it? Like keep it level flat with the paper. I guess don't try to rip it off because that will tear. This stuff so far has not torn, so I'm kind of in love with this. Jeannie's talking about the $120 order to get the heart celebration. I just got that and I cannot wait to play with it. So back to securing the paper. I'm going to go ahead and put a few glue dots. I'm just putting them on the corner so that I can get them off easily. I just want the paper to stay where I want it. Whoops. Okay, Georgia, that's the way to say it. Fold it back into itself. Thank you. I just wasn't, the words were not coming. Okay, so now I'm going to take the first mat. Oh, that is getting warm. Y'all, I have to show you something. Y'all know that I love the beach, and you know that I love this color, Coastal Cabana, and look what I found at that big box store. I had to have it. I'm like, you need to be in my stamp room. Come on home. Come on home with me. Okay, that store was Hobby Lobby, by the way. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to line up my mask on my basic white layer, okay? And I'm going to make sure that I'm happy with where it's at. Then I'm going to secure it with some tape. And I'm going to take a marker and I'm just going to notch where that little V is. I'm using a bold ink so that you can see it, right? Isn't it adorable, Kate? I forgot that I stuck down. Everything's stuck down. That is the most important thing that I could teach you tonight. Make sure everything's stuck down. Because if this slips and slides, you get very sad, very sad. Cindy Wagner, I cannot wait to show you what my team member did with that celebration set. And I'm gonna get that video out as fast as I can and give Rhonda Hunter credit because she did a fabulous job. All right, so I'm going to start off with, so here's what I did too. I put Soft Sea Foam is my #1 stencil. Mossy Meadow was #3. And Granny Apple Green was 2. That doesn't sound right. Hold on. Oh yeah, 2. Shh. I wrote it in the wrong order. Soft Sea Foam is 1. Granny Apple Green is 2. Mossy Meadow is 3. That sounds better. I like that better. Okay. So I have all of my, let's see. All right, we're going to use this one. So this is soft sea foam. Okay. Gonna get some ink on there, and I'm gonna kind of just start. It's a very light color. By the way, if you are using blending brushes like I am, I absolutely love this silicone holder thingy that came with my glass mat. I don't have to hold on to my ink pad. Delina, my glass, and I looked up and Delina's asking about the glass mat. This is not magnetic, but I know, I want to say, wasn't it Renee that put a piece of magnet under hers? So yeah, I don't have, mine's not magnetic. This is the one from Stampin' Up, and it comes with this and the gray cleaning cloth. Did it come with anything else? I think that was it. But I love this thing. This thing doesn't move on the mat. It's cool, so cool. Okay. So I'm pretty happy with my coverage. Let's see. I know, Sonia, isn't that turtle so cute? All right, so I'm going to put away this, and now I'm going to get out Granny Apple Green. Trish Lappin said, I just ordered the mask and the celebration hearts. Can't wait to see what you do with the mask tonight. I'm going to show you, Trish. Okay, so one thing, another tip is there is ink on the stencil. So I'm just going to take a paper towel. You can't see it as much because it's such a light color, but the ink does not dry on plastic. However, it will make a mess if you put something on it. Make sense? All right, so now I'm going to get mask number 2, and I'm going to put it right here where my little triangle is. And I'm going to tape it down. Carla says, I cannot wait to get this bundle. I cannot wait for you to get it either because it's so much fun. And remember, I have some tips to share with y'all of what not to do when you get yours. Let me be the guinea pig. Let me give it all a try and make all the mistakes that I did so that I can help you. All right, so now this is Granny Apple Green, okay? And we're just gonna come in. And when you put it on, you're like, golly, dadgummit, I just covered up all that other ink. But you didn't. It's so fun. Okay, close this up. Debbie Hamilton, I think that all the masks are pretty by themselves. And I do have some samples to share with y'all. When I show you I've made some other cards, but I also have some sample combinations for you. And then when my blog goes live tonight at 8 o'clock, you can see all those over there too. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell. I can't pick it up, but it's almost like a shadow. Okay. All right, so now we're going to get number 3. We're going to line that up. What are the uses for the chipboard? The chipboard is just, I could have stuck it to my glass mat, but using a chipboard protects your work surface. Morris, I hope that, I didn't explain that, so great question. Okay, so now I'm going to get Mossy Meadow. Yeah, we were talking before the live started how cold we're all going to be next week. Everybody needs to stay safe. If you don't have to get out, don't do it. Don't do it. Especially here in the Central Texas area, they said we're going to have snowy showers. I think that's what they called it. Isn't that what I said, Mary? Snowy showers. I'm like, what does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Have a feeling it means very icy, cold, yuck. That's what it sounds like to me. They could have just said, you're going to have icy, cold, yuck. Okay. So as you can see, you're so welcome, Carla. You can see the ink of the Mossy Meadow on that stencil mask. So I'm not cleaning it all off. I'm just getting the surface ink off. Okay. Just to kind of keep things tidy. Snow showers. Snow showers. Yeah, that's what we're having. Yeah, I'm staying home. Okay. Ta-da! I did it. All right. So remember, I stuck it down with some glue dots. And I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool. And I'm just going to go underneath those corners. Remember, I put the glue dots on the corners. So if I do this, then I have a better chance of not tearing my paper. And let's see. Come on. See if that'll take it off. I was just going to try to get the glue dot off because now I'm going to stick it, I'm going to be cutting this apart with my die, and I'd rather not get glue on my cutting plate. Yay, you guys love it. This is so neat, says Sue. It really is cool. I love how it layers together, and then I love how, because remember I have 5 stencils or 5 masks, so I can make it all look so different. And I've got those samples to share with y'all, so hang with me. Just trying to get this glue off. Christine Baker, I love stencils too. It's just such a pretty way to make a background. All right, let's move this out of the way. We don't need this right now. Stick my tape over here. I'm going to get my die. I'm getting this one, the oval. The other reason I love my Stampin' Cut, I love to put my Stampin' Cut on the glass mat because it doesn't move. If you have ever watched me before doing any of the die cutting, I'm short. If you've ever met me in person, I'm a little bit on the short side. I'm short compared to my table that I'm using for my stamping. So I struggle with it because it moved around, and now I don't. By the way, this cost $60, and during Celebration, if you happen to buy the glass mat for $60, you can pick something out of the Celebration brochure for free. Sweet deal, huh? All right, so I'm going to be using plate number 2 because I have a die. And then I'm going to be using my cutting plate number 3. Morris, you're so right. The tip was that Morris said I could have used my embossing buddy, which I do have a little bit of glue right there. If you put the embossing buddy on your adhesive, it keeps things from sticking. Like that's not sticky anymore. There's a little glue bubble, but it's not sticky. Thank you, Morris. That was a great tip to share with everybody. Oh, there it is. I was like, where'd my other plate go? Okay, let me get this on camera. Okay. So when I was doing it, I was like, I want to make sure I have my oval in the middle. Okay, that was important to me. Here we go. Can y'all see? I don't know. Yeah, I think you're fine. You can see. I wanted to make sure that I got the oval in the middle. So I cut that first. Whoops. I'm hitting my turtle's head. Okay. Let's bring this back around. All right. So we got that cut out. There we go. See how I'm pulling it across itself? Such a great way to say that. All right, so we got that cut. Then I was like, okay. I'm just gonna place this here. Because can I get two? Yes, I can. I'm just gonna place this right here and cut again. And Wyman said, I can send down to you all some cold, messy weather if you all want it. No, ma'am. Where you live in Wyman again? Absolutely not. This is why I live in Central Texas. I don't want it. I know I told my daughter today, I go, I moved here because I didn't want this kind of weather. She's like, yeah, too bad. Okay, let me get this lifted up. That die is really stuck. There we go. Okay. So it's almost like we have a half an egg. All right, we're going to do it again. We're going to do it right here. Northern Alberta. No way. No way, woman. No, thank you. No, thank you, girl. I bet you love living there, and I'm happy for you. I don't want that mess. No, ma'am. 30 degrees in Wisconsin now, but going to get colder next week. Oh, Leanne, be careful and be safe and be warm and all the things. How do y'all heat, those of you who live in the north? How do you heat? You heat with gas, propane, electricity. Here we heat with electricity. And I cook with propane. Strange. Carmen is saying I had to wipe the feet of my embosser occasionally with alcohol to keep the feet sticky. Are you talking about the embossing? You're talking about the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, Carmen? Because that's a cool tip. If I need to pass that on, I've never done that. Okay, so Christine says propane. Leanne says gas furnace. Joanne Smith says electricity. Renee Jine says we use natural gas. So kind of everything, a little bit of everything. This is the longest part of this card. Putting it together is a piece of cake. Lisa heats with oil. So just, let's just carry this even further. I got my electric bill the other day and it was $170. My house is right at 3,000 square feet. How does that compare with what y'all do? I don't know. This might be a topic we might not want to get into. People are like, what? All right. So we're done with the cutting. And that's all I have left. Okay. So we did the center. Then we cut the ends. Now, to do the card that was in the book, you're going to have to do 2 of these and do some on the sides. Okay. If you study that picture, you'll understand. But this is all that was left. Okay. Well, that's always fun when I don't when I can't find my card base. I have my card base. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. So we do need a lot of dimensionals. And I have already cut out my greenery with basic white. And I've cut out some flowers with lemon lolly. Okay. Wow, Leanne says her electric is $97 a month. That's great. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a bajillion pieces of dimensionals on my layers. Whoops, not those. Virginia says we live in an apartment and our heat is included in the rent. It is hot water heater by natural gas. That's interesting. But that's good that it's included because it fluctuates. The price of everything fluctuates. Now, I want to point out that I'm not putting these real close to the edge because I'm not perfect and some of these may not line up exactly. They may be a little off on the cutting. Make sense? When I look up and there's no chat going on, I'm like, are they still with me? Did I get lost? Did my internet fall? Because you just never know, that might happen. Those of you who joined me last Thursday night, I did the class on using memorable notes, memorable blooms, and I'm happy to say, where is it? Let me just show you. So it was this class, and some of y'all asked if I would put this on for sale on my tutorial store, and I did. Also, Sandy, is Sandy on tonight, our winner? Remember I talked about the yellow ink cartridge thing? Those of you who have joined me recently, my printer was acting up. When she emailed me today responding to my congratulations, she told me to shake the heck out of that cartridge. It worked. Sandy, you're brilliant. I had just kind of tap, tap, tap it. She's like, just shake it. Just beat it. I put it over the trash can and beat the tar out of it, and it worked. So thank you, Sandy. Thank you. That worked. All right, so again, I'm starting with the center oval piece. We're going to put this on our 4" by 5 1/4 soft seafoam. Whoops. What? Well, that was interesting. When I pulled that off, okay, we have a defective dimensional. Let me get another one. All right, let's try that again. Okay. So, do you see my little white line right here? I should have cut those off because they all have them, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line that up since I've already taken the backing off. Nope, nope. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut it off. You know, sometimes we forget things And I'm going to line this up because I told you I'm not perfect. I know y'all think I am, but I'm not. I'm going to line this up and I'm going to cut it. Should have done this before I put the dimensionals on. So now they're the same size. Okay. And that's the wrong one. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're going to take these two, because this is the one I trimmed, and we're going to do the same thing. And we're just trimming it off. And we'll take our fourth one. We'll do the same thing. If I hadn't put the dimensionals on, you know, you could just put them like this. But I want it to be as perfect as possible. Okay, so who is going to the Creative 8 retreat tomorrow night? We start it at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It will be held on YouTube, so you can live anywhere in the world and join us. I do the retreats with 3 other demonstrators, Jackie Bolheis, Connie Stewart, and Brandy Cox. We have been doing these. We started these during COVID when the world was a hot mess, and we wanted to help people get through that time, and we're still going. Just like mystery stamping. We're still doing it. We're still doing it. I see some I ams. I am. Me. I'm coming. Yay! I'm so glad. If you're not registered and you have any questions, you can look below the video and click on the link to go find out more about it. Okay, so I have put this on, and do y'all see that I'm a little bit off on my... so then you have to decide, am I happy with that? And I'm really not. So a little hot air. I'm going to pop these off. Some of them aren't coming off as easy. But I want to move it up if I can. That one was moving. What the heck? Okay. Boy. All right. So they don't want to come off. So here's what you do now. There's another trick. You cut them. Because I want to move it. Now that's a hot mess, but we don't have to worry about it. We're just going to turn this over. And we're going to get some more dimensionals, and we're going to put it back on. I hope that I taught somebody a trick just then to grab those snips and cut these suckers off. Let me know in the live chat if I taught you that. Let me know in the replay comments if I taught you that too. I could have used a piece of dental floss, but I didn't have any ready. I thought I was going to be so perfect. All right, so now I can kind of hover over, and I'm a lot happier with that. And it all feels good. There we go. Okay. We're going to add some liquid glue to our vines. Mary said, I did teach her that trick, but not tonight. She had already learned it. So I cut several pieces, and I was like, I can't, you know, I made these cards, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. So it's like, what did I do? What did I do? Let's see. So no right or wrong way to make the second card. But I think I like that. Maybe trim this down a little bit. If I cut this in half, I could come up here and do some more. I like that. I like that. Okay. So I'm going to add some glue to the back of these. Lisa says, I just learned that tip tonight. Just take those snips and cut that sucker off. Patsy Fine says, I would have never thought of scissors. You know, you look around and you're like, what do I got here? I didn't have any dental dental thread. So that's what it was. So this is my silicone basting brush that I don't ever use. And I forget now who shared that tip, but it was fabulous. I feel like I can control my liquid glue better by using this little tool. I don't end up with as much glue all over my fingers because it's just little dots. Just little dots. Love it. Thank you, person, whoever came up with that thought. One of y'all are going to shout out her name. I know, Nancy. Isn't it so cool? The basting brush tip. Y'all, I have the best neighbors. Last night I was in the studio working and my sweet neighbor could see my light on, young couple, and she's like, are you dressed? And I go, yeah. And because she called me, and I said, yeah. She goes, get your coat, come outside. I'm like, okay. So I put on my coat, and they had bought a new side-by-side four-wheeler ATV thingy, and they took me for a ride in the neighborhood. Wasn't that so sweet? It was so much fun. Okay. So I did that. Now I just realized that while I had my die cutting machine out, do y'all see what I did? I cut the basic white. I'm going to do it different than what I did. When I did this before, I stamped and then cut. I'm off a little bit. Y'all probably can't tell because you think I'm perfect, but I can tell. So this time I'm going to get my oval out. And I'm going to get my die cutting machine and I'm going to cut an oval. Right, Virginia? It's like little glue dots and it doesn't make such a mess. So I'm just going to grab a piece of basic white and we're just going to make another oval. How short did I cut the bristles, Mary Yates? I didn't measure. I just whacked them off. I want to say, where's my basting brush? I want to say that I probably cut off, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch. You know, it was pretty floppy. They make all different kinds, so look for the one that you want and then just trim it. I just use scissors and I'll point out to you that they're not perfectly even and it still works. Can y'all see? It's crooked, but it works. All right, so now I need my greeting. And what did I use? I did use Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to line this up and try to get it as even as I can. If I wanted to be absolutely perfect, maybe I would draw lines or all of that, but I'm not going there. I'm happy with that. Now, the challenge comes, I put it on my paper trimmer. That's too wonky to do on the paper trimmer. So I'm just going to grab a pair of scissors and cut. Then I'm going to, I used liquid glue. Georgia uses a sponge dauber. I have used sponges. I've used all kinds of things, and this is probably my favorite over the years that I have tried. So we're just lining this up with the shape of the other oval. Trudy says, I really like the darker green on the screen that looks 3D. It does. It's like layers. Okay, so where is my base? It's amazing how much mess I can make. I'm going to go ahead and add this layer to my card front. We're going to do our flowers last. Kind of seeing a little white peeking up over there. Just a titch. I don't know if y'all could see that on the screen. Probably not. And you know what? Things do not have to be absolutely perfect. Okay, so I told you I had my flowers cut out, and I took a pencil eraser. I never use these erasers. Whoa, where did my screen go? I looked up and I was gone. Hang on. Okay, there I am. All right, so I never use these erasers to erase anything. I always use a white, the white ink eraser, white eraser. So I'm going to put this in my palm of my hand, and I'm just going to take this and then just kind of close up my hand. Get those petals to have a little bit of texture. See that? Little cup. Cute, huh? Again, we're going to do all of them. Now, yes, when I put it in the envelope, it's going to squish down, but it sure does make a stinking pretty card and picture when you do it at first. Sheila, it is handmade. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think a lot of us beat ourselves up that, oh my gosh, it's not perfect, it's not straight, it's not this, it's not that. It doesn't have to be. Does not have to be. All right, I'm gonna get my little teeny tiny dimensionals, and just gonna kind of add them. And put my flower on one. And then maybe one right here. Thank you, Mary. I'm glad you like it. Roxanne, girlfriend, you are not alone. You are not alone, I promise. If there's a way to make a mistake, I will make it. If there's a way to fix it, I will find it. I used to call myself the queen of boo-boos because I just felt like I did all the time. I would make mistakes, and I still do, don't get me wrong. So it's like, well, we'll just figure out ways to fix that. Okay, so now I have that, and Suzette said, you're the only person that says stinking as a good thing, such as a stinking good thing. That's right. All right, last thing to do on this card is to add some iridescent pearls, basic jewels. Gotta have a little bling right in the center of those flowers. It kind of covers up that dimensional that we can see peeking through the hole. My first demonstrator emphasized there are no mistakes in Stampin' Up. There aren't. There's no mistakes in card making, period. And the fact that Stampin' Up's cardstock is two-sided, game changer. Game changer. Y'all, if y'all have not been following my business page, I have created some stinking cute memes about card making and crafting, and you should go check it out because it's so fun. Now, I will point out, look at the difference in the dark. I must have added more ink when I did tonight's card, but look at the difference But look how fun it looks. And it's like she said, it looks 3D. All right, let me show you some other cards. And don't forget, oh yeah, I don't want to forget to show y'all this. I will have a handout on my blog in about 10 minutes. Okay, so here is one that I did with the number 4 stencil, okay? And I thought afterwards, I was like, well, maybe it was supposed to go that way. But I wanted the card to go this way because I actually cut out, can y'all see that? I cut out the center and popped it up with dimensionals and then just kind of stuck the greenery behind it. It does remind me of Easter eggs. You're right, Sandy. And Sandy joined my team. I'm so proud. I'm so happy that you chose me to hop on my team. So welcome. Let's see. If there's enough overlap on your flower, says Delina, on your flower petals, you can add a drop of hot glue to keep them from squishing in the mail. What a fun tip that is. Okay, so here is this one. This fold I actually did for Christmas cards, but hey, it's a great fold. And on this one, I used soft sea foam with the number 1 and mossy meadow with the number 5 stencil. And you get that look, okay? And then this card, I did all the colors and all the stencils, all the masks. Look how fun. So much fun. So I was gonna tell you, remember that die. Where's the dies? Hold on, where'd they go? Okay, let me grab it. It's right here. You know, if I had a bigger table, I still wouldn't be able to find anything. So this is the culprit, right? So this is the handout you're going to get. So you're going to see all of these, okay? So I did one that was lemon lime twist and old olive, okay? And then I laid this on there. I was like, oh, it matches exactly. And I cut it out. And this is, you know, I laid it on there and then I cut it out. And then when I picked it up, they all fell out. All I ended up with was the outside edge. And here it is. That's all I got. And I'm like, well, dadgummit, that's not what I wanted. So if any of y'all are into paper piecing, you could put all those pieces back, but that's all that does. So don't be deceived like me thinking that, oh, well, it matches. You know, I'm just going to cut it out. Yeah, don't do that. But, you know, they were pretty colors. So lemon lime and old olive on the stencils. Okay. So there's that. I show you in the handout how I picked the greens and I showed you how to do the flowers. So I think that's it. I think. Do I have anything else to share with y'all? I think that was it. Okay. What do you think? Trudy Hudson said, my sister taught me to walk away and come back next morning. It's amazing how good it looks the next day, or you know exactly what has to be added. Trudy, I did that very thing yesterday. I had to just walk away from a class that I'm designing, and when I'm done tonight, I will go back to it. So your sister's absolutely right. Just walk away, give yourself a minute, figure out what to do. Y'all are stinking smart, Mary Yates said. So Michelle just put the link again in the live chat. If you guys want to join us tomorrow night, we kick off. My presentation is first, and then we'll have 2 presentations tomorrow night on the retreat, winter retreat, and then we have the rest of them on Saturday. So yay, you guys said beautiful cards, great tips. Thank you for this class. It was fun. I like the stencils, but the die is a disappointment. No, it's not a disappointment. Just don't use it the way I did. I think let's talk about that die. Let's don't walk away on a negative. Okay, I don't want y'all to think that there's something wrong with this. Just the fact that it is the same as the stencil. Where is my stencil? What did I say it was? Number 4? Let's grab the stencil. Okay, they fell down a while ago. Hold on. Got them. I got them. I got them. They fell down when I was using the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Oh, so maybe it is this one. Hold on. So number 3. Yep. It's the number 3. Okay. So see how it matches up perfectly? It's just fine. It is just fine. Don't use it with this die. Use it with, like you could cut this out and get some fun looks. Like look at that. Like if you have this as the background and you cut, okay, I'm not making myself clear. Hold on. Like put it on top of something. I'm going to make it all wet. Does that make sense? Like do your stencil, okay? And then cut out a piece to make it look like, what are those things called? For your plants to go up. You know, trellis. It's a trellis. So that's what it's supposed to do. Okay? If you use the die first and then the stencil, it doesn't really work, Denise. So when you cut it, so this is, see how it lines up? So this can be, thank you, lattice work, trellis. Oh, good. So do your stencil and then maybe, so this is your background. Remember, these are backgrounds. And then add this, maybe even turn this and have your greeting sideways. Okay? All right. So Inika, I didn't want you to think negative walking away from this video. Absolutely not. So it has a purpose, just not what I thought it was. Okay? Because it really did cut that sucker right out. I laughed and laughed. I was like, well, that didn't work. But you know, you have to try these things. And like I said, let me try them for you. Wouldn't y'all have done that? Wouldn't you have said, well, that matches up? Tammy Andersack says, like an overlay. Perfect. Perfect verbiage. Thank you, my friend. Okay. Any other questions? Those vines and flowers could climb the trellis. Absolutely. So, there we go. Perfect. Perfect example. Thank you. Thank you, Renee. So that's what it's supposed to be for. Okay. Let's look at the... I don't know why I'm saying such a silly thing. Where did I put the catalog? I was saying, what did they do if there are any samples in the catalog? Let's look. So here is the sample of it. Okay, you can see the background and then they cut it out and did an overlay. And like she said, they could have easily put those flowers going up the trellis. Okay. The one with the petunia pop is your favorite. There you go, Sandy. Okay. Lisa says, oh, by the way, I thought I was supposed to wear my pajamas tonight, so I did. Lisa, girl, you always can wear your pajamas. I encourage it during mystery stamping, but I have been known to go live with pajama bottoms on, so it is always encouraged. Always be comfy, always be comfy, and however you can be creative, if that's what makes you, I'm more creative when I'm comfy. So pajamas or yoga pants, whatever. All right, y'all, it is 8 o'clock. You can head over to my blog. You can order this month's tutorial, the January tutorial. You can register for the retreat. You can go get this download for free. There you go. I will see you guys at the retreat this weekend. I gotta go get some rest. I gotta go to sleep. All right, y'all. Virginia says I have my PJs on during the retreat. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, y'all. I am done, and I will see you at the retreat or Mystery Monday stamping. Bye, y'all.